Surely no one loves to be boxed without realizing that life itself is a big box. That's why every day we are asked to think outside the box. But here in the box, the conversations are real, frank, and straight to the point. You are just one who is rich and who is, to them wasting resources on singing because you don't know how to sing. Why did you drop out of school? Would you be proud to tell your kids that mommy didn't do well and yet you want them to go to school? After all, there's a little magic in every box. Boxed Up with Pedro, the Duke of Oratory. Frank, real, and straight to the point. Brought to you by Alewa House. This is your home of real, straight, frank talk. Call it your own Nigeria's version of the hardball, where you just have me, my guest, and the microphones. Of course, not forgetting that the cameras will always be rolling. This is Boxed Up with Pedro, brought to you by Alewa House. My guest today is a governor. Yes, and by the virtue of the fact that he's a governor, you are free to call him His Excellency. I'm not talking about the executive governor of Plateau State, but I'm talking about the governor of the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, PMAN, on the Plateau. He goes by the name Kolo. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to Boxed Up
Thank you
with
so
Pedro.
Much. So pleased to be here.
All right. So, do you believe that positions are actually meant to make you better, more popular?
First of all, yes, position definitely makes you popular and more better. Because when you're in a position, I think you face challenges, and it makes you better when you get challenges from people and from everything.
All right. So because of your position as the governor of PMAN, the governor of Plateau State is very, very popular. Why haven't you blown musically?
Okay. First of all, blowing musically, being a PMAN governor, there are sacrifices you take.
And that also includes your career.
Yes.
So you should stop being a performer.
Yeah, because while you're there, you're just like, you want other upcoming artists. You have to push the upcoming artists to the limelight. It's like a sacrifice because you're there to give the upcoming artists an opportunity to showcase themselves. So
before you became a PMAN governor, were you popular?
Yes, before I became PMAN governor.
How many people knows you?
I think
what kind of song do you do? Because I'm not sure about that.
Okay, I do Afro hip hop. My popular song is Laraba, the popular one.
Would you say it's a hit or a just based hit?
I wouldn't say it's a national hit. I would say it's a just based hit.
So you want to leave your career for the sake of being a governor of PMAN?
Once a duty it's given to you, you have to sacrifice everything to make sure that cause is being
so
done.
Why do you think artists should join PMAN? If you as the governor of PMAN on the Plateau, you are not popular, why should any other artist join PMAN? Because at the end of the day, they are more popular than the PMAN itself.
Okay, if you look around from the national to the state level, you wouldn't see a popular artist or musician who is either the governor or the president. Now, being popular, it's not a criteria or it's not a sure thing for you to become a PMAN governor or president. Now, I'm not saying people should come and join PMAN because I'm popular. Now, if I am facing my career, I don't think I will have time to build PMAN and to build the entertainment industry.
So why are you in the music industry if you're not there to build it? As a player, as an active player, your contribution definitely should build whatsoever industry you belong to.
Yeah, like I said, you wouldn't come around and tell and say, okay, like for example, like MI should come down to Jos to become the PMAN governor.
if MI comes down to just to become the PMAN governor, I think PMAN will be more popular and he will get lots of support for the fact that he has been able to take his career to a particular level and he's coming back to give back to also nurture, budding artists. They will like to follow in his footsteps because there's an adage that says that if you want to give a man your clothes, they should look at what you're wearing.
Yeah.
So if you're wearing rags, you cannot give another person clothes to wear.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's go back to for example the governor of Plateau State.
Yes.
I believe he was never popular in politics.
Yes.
He was never
He
popular.
was popular.
No,
He was once a speaker of the state.
Lalong was his
He
excellency.
was once
but he was
Governor
not-
Lalong
yeah, he
was
on-
once
a
a
speaker.
speaker. And he was
Yes.
popular then.
in the
too.
states.
Yes,
I
in the
was
states.
also popular in the states.
Yes.
Yes, you understand. So I mustn't be popular in the whole world before becoming the governor, right? Now, PMAN has a tradition and norms and ethic of becoming PMAN governor. It's not about your.
So would you say that you went through election process? Because on the plateau there's always problems with PMAN. There was a time there were lots of problems before you came in because it was said that some people were staying longer than necessary.
Yeah.
So how did you get to become the PMAN governor on the plateau? Were you elected or you were selected?
I was appointed.
You were appointed.
Yes.
So how long was the appointment supposed to be?
Now, the appointment for PMAN had issues in the past.
Yes.
Yeah, they had issues and they came around that the former governor overstayed and everything.
How long did the former governor stay?
I don't know. I don't know what
So
to say.
when did you join PMAN?
I've been in PMAN ever since 2000 and 2001, 2002.
Okay, so and it was the same person that was there? Or
No.
Okay.
When I joined PMAN, the first PMAN governor after Panam Pasipo,
Dr.
Panam Pasipo. Then we had Dorcas Bentu.
Yes.
Then we had Larry Zuka.
Yes.
Then we now had Saxolo.
Okay.
Yeah, Saxolo. I took over from Saxolo. Now, the fact that she stayed long there was because of the crisis, coupled with the crisis that happened in Jos. Okay, there was the environment was not conducive to conduct an election.
Okay.
Right? So, and over, even in the national, it was not conducive.
Okay, constitutionally, how long were you meant to stay
The constitution
as a
changes.
caretaker, governor? How long were you meant to stay?
Okay, I was the electoral committee chairman
Okay.
of PMAN. I was not appointed then.
Okay.
Yes, until when there were fracas and there were problem all over, even in the national.
Yes.
Now, and I was the only standing neck member.
Okay.
On the plateau.
Yes.
Now, and what they did was to appoint. They cannot just appoint someone who is just a musician, like I said, like MI. Because MI is popular, PMAN has its tradition and ethics and norms of everything. It's not about your popularity. It's about you understanding what PMAN is about. Now, if you're popular, you might be popular in your career, but you don't know the ethics and norms and tradition of PMAN. So they won't carry
So
PMAN.
what does PMAN stand for? What do a new artist stand to gain to be a member of PMAN? For you to be a member of PMAN, what do you stand to gain as a new member or as an artist? What do you stand to gain?
Okay,
do you stand to gain popularity? Because I know every artist wants to attain some level of commercial success and of course popularity.
Yeah.
Because they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So do you guarantee them that if they are part of PMAN?
Okay, first of all, we had a question. I have not answered that question about being appointed. Right now, I was then the electoral committee chairman, and when there were problem on the state level and national level, there were fights. There were who is the president.
So you were appointed.
Yes.
So let's leave that one. Yes. Now go back to the question I asked you.
Okay.
Now every artist, if you go to the street, anybody who sings, wants to attain some level of commercial success, and of course some level of influence. Would you say you are that influential? Would you say that you have achieved some sort of commercial success in your career before you would now want someone or a new artist to join?
Good. Thank you for that
Is
question.
PMAN actually working on the plateau? What have you done as a PMAN governor?
Okay. First of all, I'll spell out what PMAN stands for. You know, so many artists in Jos or in Plateau, they mistake PMAN for an event organizers.
Okay.
Now, PMAN doesn't organize events.
Okay.
PMAN is just like the protector of artists.
Okay.
Now, PMAN has the legal right, the right to protect artists, to make sure that artists benefit what they ought to benefit. Number one, you know, sometimes people just come around and put up events. They tell upcoming artists that want to give you platform that upcoming artists has actually gone on radio and they've done their publicity on their own, and you are telling them that you want to give them you want to give them a platform to be known in Jos. Now, you're not bringing any record label. You're not bringing any you're not taking them out
Don't you
of
think
Jos.
when I organize an event where they can get to perform for 10,000 persons?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm giving them a platform.
No, you're giving them a platform. Now, how many? There have been several events on the plateau where people say they give them platform to perform. Same people, same fans you have in Jos, in the plateau. In plateau, same people will come and watch you, and nothing is being done. Now,
So
you are giving
would
people.
you say is the problem of the people who have come to watch you always, or your own problem of not, adding value to your artistry?
No. Now, you know, some of these event organizers, they deceive the artists. What they tell them, like I said, they tell them that they are giving them platform.
I've witnessed a situation whereby PMAN was walked out of, a big gig on the plateau that I wouldn't want to mention name, because PMAN has not lived up to his billing.
No, now I really lost that part you're saying. Now, PMAN, the social media took it that PMAN walked PMAN out. They did not walk PMAN out.
So what happened?
Now, PMAN went there because they were not paying the artists. They were not paying the artists. They were telling the artists that they want to give them platform to perform. All right. Now, that platform you're telling them that you want to give them to perform. Those artists, they have their own fans who will also pay gate fee to come into that event. Now, what PMAN wrote to the organizers of that event and told them, please, whatever you are doing, we want you to pay this artist. That is just it. Pay this artist and give them those.
Pay them peanuts.
No, you pay them, not peanuts.
Pay them 1,000 naira.
No, you don't pay them 1,000
Pay
naira.
them 3,000 naira. That
No.
some people would also get to hijack, and it doesn't get to the hand of this.
Exactly.
And you also say people should pay dues. And when it gets to that point, you will say it's only artists that are registered, under PMAN that would get to perform.
No, that wasn't the fact there, because during that event, we wrote to the organizer of that event. The only thing we want you people to do is to pay these artists and treat them nice. That is just all.
So have you been doing that
Like I said,
since you came in?
Yeah, ever since. Yes, that was why I had issues with most of these event organizers. What they say is that that PMAN will just come up in any event and all that. We have the right to shut down events. We have the legal backings. We have the right from the federal government. PMAN is registered under label, right? And they have the federal backings to carry out most of these things. Now, PMAN protects the right of artists. PMAN makes sure that artists are being treated. Sometimes artists will just put up dreadlocks and they go on the streets and they just hold them. They look them like hoodlums. They look them like thieves and all that. This is where PMAN comes in, right? And when the event was any event that is going on, and you invite an artist, whether the artist is a registered member of PMAN or not, you have to treat that artist fine, and PMAN has the right to protect that artist. Now, you said you want to give an artist a platform in an event. Was there any record label from Lagos or from any part of the country? Was there any sponsors or any
so how many record labels have PMAN on the plateau help to secure for artists on the plateau, or even those who are members of the of PMAN themselves?
You are still bringing up.
Do they even have a record label?
No, you are still bringing.
Even signed?
No, you are still bringing up those things. Now, what PMAN don't connect you to a record label. Now, if a record
They
label,
only fight
they
for
only
your
fight
rights.
for you, for your rights. PMAN is just like a human right, right? They fight for your rights.
PMAN
Now,
is only like NLC, Nigerian Labour
exactly. PMAN is the union, like every other union, Keke Union, Nigerian Bar Association, and all that.
Why is it that PMAN is not respected on the plateau?
Yes.
Is it as a result of leadership failure, or is it as a result of the fact that the body itself is not living up to its responsibility?
Why PMAN is not respected, I think that was then, but I don't think till now.
Why are you saying
because
that now?
Yes, because I think I have actually play my own role and make sure that you know there are things you actually do diplomatically, right? You know.
So what are the things that you have done? Are they evident?
Yes, there are evidence.
Like,
number one, I've gotten a secretariat, because sometimes we tell
so having a secretariat, is it an achievement?
No, number one, having a secretariat.
Is it an achievement?
Of course.
How is it an
Now,
achievement?
let me tell you why it's an achievement, because sometimes you see artists, the more thing they go on social media to say is that PMAN don't have an office. How will you operate a union without an office?
Okay.
Now, they said PMAN don't have an office to operate, and you're coming to stop event, or you're coming to do what I give them a secretariat. Now, that is the first step. Second step is to unite entertainers on the plateau. I have visited so many associations, the bloggers, the DJs, Actors Guild, and more. So what I do is to unite the entertainers first. Because if there is no unity, I don't think that there will be entertainment on the plateau. So you have to make them understand why everybody had to come on board to make this thing work. I know most of the entertainers on the plateau, they have grudges with the past administration and all that. What I did was to bring everybody together and make them understand this is it. I am not PMAN. PMAN is not owned by an individual. We are all PMAN. So what I did was to bring everybody together. The faction, there is no faction, or anybody can come out and say there's a faction of PMAN. No. First of all is to put the house in order before you can do anything, because if your house is not in order, I don't think you can thrive. So I had to bring everybody on board, everybody that matters on the entertainment industry on the plateau, to make sure that we are united. Then everybody can come around and say, okay, this is how this thing should be. This is how things should be done. And I listen. I'm open to advice. I'm open to. I've met so many people. They have met me. They call me. They call me in different places. I meet them. PMAN has never, in the history of PMAN has never supported events. I single-handed, I support event. I give out money financially. I support big event. You can ask Osama. I've supported this event. I supported Bloggers Association. So many events. There's a testimony about that.
Is it you or PMAN?
Me with my, I will
personally
say,
or PMAN?
No, this is PMAN. I will say this is because I am the governor, and anything I do it for the sake of the union.
So you took money from the coffers.
PMAN don't have money. We only contribute from the excos. We are from our personal pocket to support events.
So are the excos aware that you picked this?
Of
money?
course.
All right, thank you very much for coming around. It's been an amazing time. We would like to bring him for a part 2 because it seems that this conversation is too amazing, is too interesting for this short time. But hey, if you have enjoyed it, go to the comment section and get to drop your questions and comments. You want to say something?
Yes. And again, I want to tell everybody that PMAN will be having its first ever award of excellence and impact. This is the biggest award in the north. Okay, and we're having the likes of PMAN stakeholders all the way from Lagos. The names you've heard: Timak, Charlie Boy, Onye Konwelu, and all that. This is an event that is going to bring every entertainer. You come together. You come and speak your problem. If you have any problem with PMAN or any question that you have to ask PMAN, you come around and ask. Right. Okay. So, and I want to make the public understand that PMAN is not an event. PMAN don't put up event. PMAN also only fight for the right of artists.
But you're putting up an event.
Yes, because is
that not contradictory?
No, you have to move out of your own space to make because
it's not contradictory.
No, it's not, because this is my own. Everybody comes out with your own local bylaws. Right. Okay, so this is my own kind of thing to put up event and to support artists, upcoming artists, to support their talent. Right. I support now. I support artists coming up. I once you you meet me, I've supported comedians, I've supported DJs, I've supported anything entertainment. They should come out and say it.
All right. Thank you very much, Kolo. Yes, we'll see you on the other one of Boxed Up with Pedro.